Hello everyone, and welcome back to my series, Unhauling Books, where, as the title suggests, I will be unhauling books, donating them to my local library, donating them to Goodwill, or donating them to friends and family. In this episode, I have books and movies. I have DVDs and Blu-rays, so let's get to talking. We're going to start with movies first. So up first, I have Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg. The Bad Boys Collection. We have Bad Boys for Life, Bad Boys 2, and Bad Boys. The Godfather Collection on Blu-ray. We have The Godfather, Godfather Part 2, and The Godfather Part 3. I would be keeping this, but I'm just not interested in watching these films. They're not for me. And I know there's someone out there who would love to watch these movies. We have Tales from the Hood 2. White House Down. Miami Vice, Jarhead, The Kingdom, and Ray. This is a Jamie Foxx 4-movie spotlight series. And I did check the condition of these discs. They're in pristine condition. Up next, we have Stephen King's Rose Red 2-disc deluxe edition DVD. And last but not least, we have Taken and Taken 2. I do need to clean the cover of this, starring Liam Neeson. Now, let's get to the books. And oh honey, there's a lot of them. We have Let Him In by William Friend. Eclipse by Stephanie Myers. Circle of Light 1, Greyfax Grimwald by Neil Hancock. Beginning a great new saga for all who loves The Lord of the Rings. Missing by R.L. Stine. And I don't think my library will take this to put it into their system for circulation. However, my librarian did tell me that they use some books with damaged covers for crafts. So even though it's not necessarily getting read, it's still getting enjoyed. Up next, we have Swept Away by Dawn Atkins. Afterlife by Rhiannon Ellis. Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. I am interested in collecting the whole Twilight saga. However, I'm more interested in a mass market paperback version. I just like those more than hardback covers. They're nice to look at, but I feel like they're not very dependable to read with. Up next, we have The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. And it has those uneven edges. I forget the name of the uneven edges. Up next, we have The Best Laid Plans by Sidney Sheldon. Then we have Faraday, the Colorado Special by William Grant. Mount Heritage by Elizabeth Ashton. Destiny Paradise by Margaret Mayo. Golden Harvest by Stella Francis Nell. And last but not least, Sex Straight Up by Kathleen O'Reilly. Into the Woods. Tammy. Phantom of the Opera. The Astronaut's Wife. We have Annabelle 3 film collection. We have Annabelle, Annabelle Comes Home, and Annabelle Creation. X-Men. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones. Paranormal Activity 3. Hostel. Divergent. Transformers, Dark of the Moon. Transformers. So I have two piles here, one of which is going to go to my local library, and the second is going to go to my mother for my niece. So we're going to start with the library pile, and then I'll show you what my whole bookshelf setup looks like now. So up first we have the Glass House. I watched this one time. I could not finish this. It got to a point that became triggering for me. So I will be parting ways with this. I know someone else will like it more than I will. Up next, Sandra Bullock's Premonition. I liked this when I first saw this. However, I've not watched it since. And I feel like if I own a movie, if I want to keep it, I have to enjoy it enough to watch it over and over again. So, Premonition's going. Up next, we have Melissa McCarthy is The Boss. I loved this one growing up. Actually, I take that back. The very first time I watched it, I loved it. The second time I watched it, I loved it. Both 10 years apart. I don't think I'm going to watch this one again for a very long time, and it's just going to collect dust in my collection. Up next, we have Back to the Future, the complete trilogy. I got this film set back when I was going through my kind of Michael J. Fox movie obsession, more like actor obsession. Like, it was a whole thing. These are relatively good movies. I know other people like them more than I do. I can't get into them. So, someone else will enjoy them. Up next, we have Trick or Treat. I tolerated this movie growing up. And when I got this, I thought, you know what? It's Trick or Treat. It's iconic. I have to have this in my collection. But over the last month or so, I've just realized this is my collection. I don't need to keep movies just because of their icon status. If I'm not vibing with it, if I don't like it, if I know I'm not going to watch it, I'm not going to keep it. Plus, that opens up more space for movies that I will enjoy, because this bookshelf was getting cramped. Up next, we have Silent Hill. Unpopular belief, the second movie is better than the first one. And the first one's pretty good. It's held up well. However, this movie just cannot keep my attention. I don't know if it's just because of the ADHD or what, or maybe the movie's just boring. I don't know. Up next, we have Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I can only make it about a fourth of the way, or maybe halfway through this movie. The only scenes I liked in this movie are the ones with Dolly Parton, because she's iconic. And again, if I'm not going to watch something and enjoy it, or enjoy it enough to rewatch it, it's not staying in my collection. Sorry, Dolly. Up next, we have Ouija Experiment 2, The Ouija Resurrection. This is a low-budget film. And when I say low budget, I mean like the lowest of the low budget, I feel like. I've tried watching this once before. It's terrible. And I love me a terrible movie. This one is just bad. Up next, we have Luke Wilson and Kate Beckinsale in No Vacancy, or Vacancy. One of the two. It's Psycho meets Saw. You'll be squirming in your seat. I've never seen Psycho, and I've never seen Saw, so I don't think I'd ever enjoy this. Up next, we have Seth Rogen and James Franco in Pineapple Express, unrated edition. Put this in your pipe and smoke it is a tagline. I've never watched this. I have no intention of watching this. Up next, we have E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I've had this for years. Since 2019. I've watched it maybe one time since 2019. Up next, we have Amanda Bynes and Sydney White. This one hurts because I do love this movie, but I haven't rewatched it in a long, long time. Up next, we have Jackass the Movie Unrated Special Edition. This includes special features like commentary by director, cinematographer, and Johnny Knoxville, Jackass cast group commentary, MTV's making of Jackass the Movie, outtakes, 27 minutes of additional footage, 2 Hot for TV additional footage, and Jackass number 2 teaser trailer. I've watched this once. I don't, like, it was gross. Like, it was funny, and it was gross upon the first time I watched it. Anytime I think about the grossness, it makes me want to throw up. Up next, we have Santa Claus is Coming to Town 45th Anniversary Collector's Edition. I don't really pull for this one, and I know it's seasonal, and realistically, you should really be watching Christmas movies during the Christmas season. I've watched this once, and I've had this for over a decade, and I'm not keeping it. And last but not least for the library, we have Rock of Ages Extended Edition. Love the soundtrack. Don't like the movie. I think, Tom Cruise's character is really whiny in this movie, and I cannot stand to hear him whine. I absolutely hate it. So, for the pile that's going to my mother for my niece, we have Frosty the Snowman 45th Anniversary Collection. And I already have this on VHS, a copy that I grew up with. It's still going strong. We don't need it. I don't need it. Up next, we have Barbie as Rapunzel. Now, I'm giving my niece my Barbie movies, and this hurts. It doesn't hurt to give them to her. It's not that. I grew up with these movies, and I've worked really hard to collect what I have now. So it hurts to pass them on, but I don't really watch them. And I know that my niece would really like them. So I'm giving them to her. Up next, we have Barbie of Swan Lake. This one also hurts. This was not this copy, but in general, this was my very first DVD. My very first Barbie movie. The fact that this movie released 22 days, okay? 22 days after I was born. September 30th was when this movie was released. But I also have it on VHS, so am I really hurting for it if I have it on VHS? No. Up next, we have Annie from 1999. This is the Disney... Let me just tip myself. This is the Disney version. Now, this is the version that I grew up with, and parting with it hurts a little bit. But I can literally go into both the Goodwills that I go to in my town, and, like, they're there. Like, there's multiple copies. So, like, if I want to get it again, it'll be easy. And I also have it on VHS. So, Annie from 1982. Had to make sure the copy was good, the disc. I love this movie more than anything. Up next, we have Barbie and Rock and Royals. This is pretty much Camp Rock 2 in Barbie form. Up next, we have Barbie and the Three Musketeers. Growing up, I never liked this movie. I didn't really care for it. It's literally Barbie meets sexism and fights sexism. Up next, we have Barbie and A Christmas Carol. I grew up with this movie. I loved this movie growing up. And when I tell you, the trailer upsets me so bad because the trailer classifies this film as Barbie's first ever Christmas movie. And that is just not the case, because does Barbie and the Nutcracker not exist? That's literally a Christmas film. I'm done with my rant. Up next, we have Barbie and the Diamond Castle. I watched the heck out of this film. Not this copy. This copy's still good. But the copy that I grew up with, I played it so much, it didn't play anymore. And let me just take a second to look at the disc, just because it is so nostalgic to me. And last but not least, we have one of my top 3 favorite. Where did baby come from? One of my top 3 favorites Barbie movies. Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. I recommend that you guys watch these Barbie films. They're spectacular, and I love them so much, and I know that my niece will love them too. And I was going to donate collateral to the library, but I read the back, and I'm like, you know what? It looks good. So I'm going to keep it for now. I am also unhauling The Day She Wanted by Quinn QC, my ARC copy. I've tried reading this. It's just not for me. I'm sure it's a good book, and maybe I'll pick up the final release somewhere. And I'm also unhauling ACOTAR. I've tried reading this. It's not for me, but these two books have a home that they will go to sometime soon. They will be loved. They will be cherished. They will be read. So I made some bookmarks out of index cards, and I put them in here. I've never known what to use this. It's a candle holder, but I don't have any candles to put in it. So bookmarks go here now. This is where I have all of my DVDs. Now, majority of them are covers. They have covers. Some of them don't. They're just discs. And then we move down to where it gets a little bit weird, I guess. We have mainly Christian CDs up here, but some Enya and some ABBA, some clean pop up here. And then a majority of these books are Christian books. These are just kind of, I guess I could have organized them by date. These are majority of my grandmother's, but I have them up here so I can kind of have a refresher when it comes to reading. And then we have the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which I still have yet to get through, and some little health books. And then down here we have my spooky stories, my gothic horror, my country, pop, rock, metal, alternative CDs that are a little bit more explicit than the other ones. And then my records, we have Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain, and then Facelift by Alice in Chains. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Can we get to 20 likes? I feel like we can get to 20 likes. Comment down below any book recommendations that are clean, minimal to no spice, any genre, a little bit cozy, I feel like. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, that way you guys are always notified every single time I upload. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!